Hi, I'm Jane from Glitter Ink Designs, and today I'm going to show you how to make my skate favour box. So first of all, let's get started. I'll show you what you'll need. First of all, after you've purchased the design, you need to edit it, download it and print it onto white cardstock. So what we'll need is a board which will help you to cut, a ruler, an X-Acto knife or another sharp object which we'll use to score along the fold lines, scissors to cut out. I actually use a 2-inch hole punch for the wheels, which just makes it a bit quicker, but you can cut out with scissors. A small hole punch to make the shoelace holes, any sort of glue or double-sided tape to glue the sides of the box together, and around 1 metre or 1 yard of ribbon which you'll use to make the shoelace. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is cut out the shape. So we're going to cut out all around the skate box and also cut out the wing and the wheels from both sheets. You can cut out the wheels with scissors, but as I mentioned, I use a 2-inch hole punch just to make it neater and quicker. All right, so let's go. Let's start cutting. Okay, so you can see here we've finished cutting out the 2 sides, also one of the wings and 2 wheels. So now just have to cut out the second wing and the second set of wheels. And just cut out around the dark line. Now if you're making my ice skate box instead of the roller skate box, the process is exactly the same. The only difference is you won't be adding the wheels. Okay, so there's the second wing. Now you can cut out the wheels using scissors. But as I mentioned, I tend to prefer using my 2-inch hole punch just because it makes a much neater job and it's much quicker, especially if you want to assemble lots of boxes at the same time. And you get a perfect circle. Okay, so now you've got all of your pieces ready. One other thing we're going to do before we start assembling the box, you'll notice that on each side there are little round circles, and those are the shoelace holes. So what we're going to use is a small hole punch. This is around a 3/8 of an inch hole punch. So we just want to make little holes inside those circle dotted lines. On one side, and then we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. Right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start folding the box and gluing the sides together. But before we fold, what we do is we score along the fold lines using a ruler and a craft knife or any other sharp object. You can even use a pen that no longer has ink in it. You can use the tip of the pen, because all we want to do is make an indent in the cardstock, which really helps to get a nice, crisp, clean line when we're folding. So you take your ruler, run it along the fold line, and then you just run the X-Acto knife or your sharp object along the ruler to make a dent. Don't cut right through, you don't want to cut the piece off. And we're going to do that on the other fold lines as well. So there's this little fold line here, and also on this side. And then we're going to do exactly the same for the other piece as well. So we're going to indent along this fold line, this one, and also the long one. Okay, and you're going to actually see here on the printout, there's some very fine dotted lines. So that indicates where the fold lines are, so you know where you need to score. So one there. One there. And finally along the bottom. And now you can just see how easy it is to fold that nice and neatly along all of those fold lines. So now you're ready to glue the two sides together. So for this you can use any glue or double-sided tape. I just tend to use a glue stick. It's sort of clean, easy, no fuss. I also do have a tape machine which I use, which applies double-sided tape, which is really quick and easy as well. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to attach the toe of the skate box. So on that little flap we apply some glue and then we simply align it to the other side and press that into place. So flip that over, and now we want to do the same thing by gluing the other side to the back. So what I'm going to do is just apply glue along that back flap, and then we're going to do the same, just fold over the side, align it up neatly, and once you've got it clearly aligned, you just press that into place. Okay, so now you've got your two sides are together, and we now just want to close the base of the box by gluing all of those bottom flaps. So I tend to lay it flat, glue along those bottom flaps or tabs, the front, the back and the side, and then you just fold those inside the box, align them up. I'm doing this upside down, which is a little bit hard, and you just want to align the base of the box so it's nice and neat and square. Okay, and then what I tend to do once it's all in place, I just press on the inside of the box just to make sure that they're well glued together so it doesn't come apart. Right, so now what we're going to do is thread the shoelace on the skate box, and we do that just as if we're threading it into a sneaker or a skate. Here I just have a strip of white ribbon. So I said use about 1 meter or a yard, and you can use anything you want in any color you like. You know, it'd even be nice to have a beautiful bright color to pop as a bit of a contrast. So what I do is I just thread through, starting from the inside, moving my way up to the top in a crisscross pattern. And as you go, just make sure you straighten out the ribbon in case it sort of flips over and gets a bit twisted. Okay, so just keep working your way up to the top. So you want to go through the inside, through to the outside. Again, just pull it taut and make sure it's not twisted as you go. Bit tricky doing this upside down. It's sure to be much faster when you do it. Okay, then when I get up to the last hole, I actually make my way from the outside to the inside. I can't see what I'm doing here. Okay, so once we've got that last bit through here, So what I want to do is I cross over, but I go through from the outside to the inside, because what I want to do is lift up the tongue and actually tie a knot behind it, and that ensures that the tongue actually gets held up in place. Okay, so I'll do the same on the other side. As you cross over, actually go in from the side, from the outside to the inside. And then what we do is we're going to grab those two ends and we're just going to tie a knot or a bow just to hold the tongue into place so it stays upright. Okay, so I'm pull that together tight. I'm going to tie a knot. Okay, then I'm just going to cut off those extra lengths there. And now we have our skate box complete with shoelace. So actually it looks like a sneaker box, and you could use it as a sneaker box by not putting the wheels on. But to continue to make it a skate box, what we're going to do now is add the wheels and the wings. We're going to start first with the wings. So what we're going to do is just add a dab of glue, sort of just in this part of the wing. And what we're going to do is put it so that it actually protrudes from the back and the top of the box. Okay, so you just press it into place, and then we'll do the same for the other wing, for the other side. Just add a dab of glue to the top of the wing, and again what we're going to do is just place it on the box so it protrudes out the back and up the top of the box. Now what we're going to do is flip the box over. It's easier to sort of rest it on its side to stick the wheels on. And what we want is we want the wheels to sort of protrude out the bottom of the box so it looks more like a skate. So we're just going to apply glue to the top half of the wheels. Okay, so we're just going to add the glue there, and we're going to stick that on so half of the wheel is hanging off the edge of the box. I'm going to apply glue to the other wheel. Press that into place. Flip the box over, and we're going to do it to the other side. Okay, so again we want those to be protruding. We're going to add glue just to the top half of the wheel. Press it onto the box. And for the last wheel, we'll do the same. And there you have it, your completed skate favor box. So you can add all sorts of favors. There's just some sort of mini chocolates or candies. You can get an idea of how big it is, how much can fit inside. So chocolates, candies, skate party favors. Actually fits quite a lot of goodies into the box. So thank you for joining me today, and I really look forward to seeing you back at Glitter Ink Designs again very soon.